Good morning and welcome to Fox 29's News Now. I'm Carrie McGuire. First up, I'm going to take you over to Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein, where they are making an announcement currently on efforts to reduce transnational crime. Here is a live look at that press conference they're holding right now.
And how to ultimately take them off our streets. With the advice of these experienced professionals, the department will be better able to follow the President's order and dismantle these organized criminals. I think this subcommittee, with experienced, aggressive, knowledgeable prosecutors, working with some of the best agents we have in the country, is the right model to use. I believe that these organizations are going to find that they are facing far more intense pressure maybe than they've done in the past. And we're going to enhance our ability to work with all our government agencies, both here and our allies abroad. So I want to encourage each of you to keep up the good work you're doing, to keep hammering these groups. With this new task force in place, our efforts will be more targeted. I believe they'll be more effective. Thank you all for what you do. Jesse, thank you for hosting us this morning. Your great team here has so many challenges in the nation's capital. We're proud of the work we're doing. We'd like to continue to support you and get even more effective in making this city safer and more productive. Thank you all. God bless.
Thank you so much, Mr. Attorney General, Mr. Deputy Attorney General, for those remarks and for your leadership on this important issue and so many others. And thank you all for being here this morning.
Attorney General, will you stay and take some questions? Deputy Attorney General, is the DOJ involved in the investigation into the disappearance of Mr. Khashoggi?
Sorry, we kind of caught the tail end of that. That was Attorney General Sessions and Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein. They were announcing efforts on reducing transnational crime. We'll have more on that later.
Jackie, thank you for that. It was nice to do a workshop. Yeah, rare. Yes, it is. Pretty good. All right. Carrie, have a good
Well, it's finally starting to feel like fall here in Philadelphia. Today's high was 72 with a low of 49, and it is expected to get colder throughout the week. This is a live look over the Ben Franklin Parkway. It started out as a ride to remember their murdered friend, but it is now nearly 24 ATV and dirt bike riders facing charges. Lauren Johnson is live from Philadelphia headquarters with more from witnesses.
Hello, they were a little bit everywhere. It's really hard to decide what video is showing place, but here's the deal. They're illegal, and they were snaking all through the city yesterday, so people who saw them called police because they wanted to get them off the streets. Drivers were really concerned and frantic, and this morning 24 people are facing charges stemming from those arrests.
Go, 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 go!
So that's the video, the dangerous driving and the large crowds. It was a massive crowd by 4 p.m. yesterday. The problem is that dirt bikes and ATVs are illegal, so that's why it became such a big issue. Surveillance video from inside a pizza shop on Columbus Boulevard shows glimpses of what quickly became a chaotic scene in the gas station parking lot. And when police moved in, the crowds moved out into the streets, driving the wrong way, against traffic, cutting off cars, and really almost causing a lot of accidents. It was a blatant disregard for the rules of the road.
Never seen anything like this before. I'm from Southern California. I see it with the car culture, but never the motorcycle scene.
Kids out having fun. That's basically what was going on. They was out here just having their little fun, and then all of a sudden the cops formed and they all took off.
The law is the law, and as a motorcycle rider myself, I understand it, I respect it, but you got to keep it from both sides. And the parents out there, if they know their kids are running out, maybe they should crack down on them as well.
Well, the riders were arrested after police were able to catch up with them. Sky Fox even caught a chase through a cemetery to get one of them. The crowds, up to 1,000 at some points by some reports yesterday, were gathered for the Ride for Rel. It's a way to pay their respects to Kyrell Tyler. He was a fellow rider who was shot and killed 4 years ago. He became famous after posting his stunts on social media. So 20 arrests total, 30 dirt bikes and ATVs off the street. Police also say they confiscated 2 guns in all of this. What a wild Sunday yesterday was.
Yes, thank you, Lauren. And now over to Jenny Joyce. More than 130 years in business, Sears has finally filed for bankruptcy protection. Sears was the biggest retailer in the U.S. long before the rise of Walmart and Amazon. It buckled under massive debt load and losses. Jenny has more.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So Sears says that it has not seen a profit since 2010. So that's 8 years going on 9 years. It's been a tough time for this mega store here. We are live at the Morristown Mall in New Jersey. We are told that Sears will shut down roughly 300 stores this year alone. It will close 142 unprofitable stores towards the end of the year. The announcement that Sears filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection was made early this morning. Today, it had a debt payment due totaling $134 million. So banks have agreed to provide Sears with a bankruptcy loan. The National Department Store was founded in the late 1800s. In recent years, it and many other big-name stores have been struggling. More than 100 years later, it is planning to start selling off certain company assets. This, as some Sears stores, like the one here at the Morristown Mall, are expanding their inventory. On Saturday, the mall announced on its Facebook page that Sears is opening a new toys department. Will that help the struggling store? It's hard to say. Sears Holdings says that its assets max out at $11 billion, while its liabilities are as high as $50 billion. So some pretty big financial issues there.